Test. About to show y'all about how to sleep in the woods. Okay, let's make it quick. First draft. I'm going to do my best. Okay, let's talk first. Find your campsite. Where are you going to camp? This is where I sleep. If I was out in the woods, I might find a nice flat spot. This is a nice flat, soft, little dry spot. Ideal. Very cool. Look at that tree over there. It's not going to fall on me. Wind, water, widowmakers. What am I looking for in this zone? Is water going to come down here? Let's hope not. Is that tree going to fall on me? Definitely no. Is it a really windy spot? Let's hope there's a big boulder. Okay, next step. You set up your tent. You got your little ground tarp. You're good to go. What are you going to sleep on? You got different types of sleeping pads. This is one type. This is my favorite because it's durable. Because it's good to go. You lay it down on your little zone, and it's good to go. Let me think. What do I want to say here? So insulation. Let's talk about insulation first. Why the sleeping bag is important in the first place. Air, it traps heat. It keeps heat from going from your body away down into the ground. So the pros of this one, it's not going to pop on you. That's cool. And you can just throw it on the ground, be like, whatever. I like to use this one as a butt pad, which is fun, like when I'm cooking and stuff, especially in the snow. So, what else? Then you've got your air mattresses. I don't have mine, it's packed away. But mine's actually also getting deflated, which sucks. That's the major con of air mattresses. Because they can just pop, and then you're left sitting on the ground. But much less bulky than this old thing. So if you're trying to go a little lighter, then super ideal. Also, they capture way more air, especially if you have the big rafts, and way warmer. And then there are also like the combo things, which are like thermarests, which are like self-inflating, and it's like a little combo. It's like, oh yeah, another con of the big tubies, you have to blow them up, and that's hard when you're tired and you're at altitude or anything like that. Okay, now let's talk about sleeping bags. I sleep in my sleeping bag because I'm too lazy to find my comforter because I think it's in storage somewhere. Anyway, this is one of my sleeping bags. It's a sleeping bag. This one's synthetic, and it's good because if it gets wet, it stays warm. But the problem is it's a little heavier, it's a little bulkier, and it's not quite as warm as the alternative, down. Pros to down are that it's super light, it can pack down so small, and the problem with it is that it's essentially unusable when it's wet, and pretty inadvisable for like wet or snowy conditions, but a lot of people do it because they can keep their stuff dry. If you can do that, then they're totally worth it. And now my favorite thing is sleeping technique. I usually delayer a little bit, but it's probably better to have your layers on if like sacrifice greater weight with your sleeping bag. At least that's my thought. So I would probably delayer a bit, and then let me think. Get in my sleeping bag, but my important thing to do is get out of my nasty hiking socks, and then throw on. Hold on. Oh, these babies, these bad boys. There's some just wool socks, and the reason I do that is because since I'm tall, my feet are always getting wet. I mean, that happens to everybody, is the whole condensation on the feet towards the bottom of the tent, and so I just throw on some sleeping socks, wool sleeping socks, to keep my feet like extra dry, and they're like extra big, so there's a little air in there, so they don't get too sweaty. They feel good, and then if the bottom of my bag gets wet, my feet stay warm. And then you don't have to bring your stinky socks into your sleeping bag. That's one of the main things for sleeping like that. And then if you're cold, the main thing is like, don't just stay there. Like, move around, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, etc. And then try to make sure I covered all the bases. Yeah, it's like staying warm is a great excuse to just get strong, do push-ups. Just kidding. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Elaine M. Kelly. What else did you want me to include? This is probably going on for a while. Oh craps, wrong email. I'm panicking. Okay, this is the wrong email. Sorry about this. You can probably stop watching now, or you can just listen to me ramble about nothing. Sound like a big idiot. Yeah, I definitely don't have this email. So, think I hopefully covered all the bases. Sleep warm. Stay strong. For your health.